Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the altcoin show, coming at you 6 days a week. And today we're going to ask the question, is this the next Bitcoin? Could this coin do some kind of Bitcoin-esque gains in this upcoming bull run and into the future? We're going to look to answer this question as well as look at some other coins that if you missed some of the coins that have already popped, what are some of the next altcoins that could be next to go? Okay. And if you haven't seen my Bitcoin video from a couple of hours ago, please check that out because as Bitcoin goes, the rest of the market usually goes, and there's some important updates there in the Bitcoin video there from a few hours ago. So I do want to welcome you to the channel wherever you are tuning in from around the world. Thank you for joining. And of course, if you're a regular watcher, you know what I'm going to say, smash that like. This does help grow the channel and support the channel. I do appreciate all the kind words and encouragement that you guys leave in the comments. I do read all of them and respond to each and every one, as well as the questions that people ask. I do get back to those as soon as I am able to. The cheat sheet is below in the description, has all my entries and take profits for crypto and for stocks, a bunch of other resources in there, including the link for signing up to the Discord, the greatest Discord on the planet. And thanks to the Discord, I'm in more Sui memes. Thanks to Danny Dimes. I think that's a pretty British name, Danny Dimes. He should be called Danny Dollars, in my opinion, but I'm now in Scuba Dog. And I'm also now in Sui Man, and I think I just bought some AAA cat as well. So he's in the Discord, and there are some great people sharing some great alpha in the Discord. You can get that in the link in the description to sign up and join us in there. Absolutely fabulous. Okay, we're going to jump into we got here in 2021. This is it. This is the coin. What was the coin? You knew what the coin was going to be, by the way. I'm pretty sure you could have guessed it. In 2021, Solana pulled 45x in 5 months from $1.25 to 56. It then retraced, but in August, it was again 56. After breaking previous all-time high, it pulled a 3.5x to 260 per token. When Tau breaks its all-time high, a 3.5x move means 3,350 per token. Would not dismiss this possibility. Well, in fact, I would be surprised if it didn't get to at least $3,000 per token. And if we look at our little tool here, that if Tau actually gets the current market cap of Solana, which is about 70 billion, Tau will be actually worth about $10,000 per coin. That means if you have 100 coins, if you have 100 Tau, and it does get to $10,000 per Tau, in this cycle, you would be looking at $1 million. $1 million. Okay. So certainly it's possible. Do I say it's uncertainty? No, because I'm not a financial advisor, nor do I give financial advices for education and entertainment purposes only. Are you not entertained by Tau? Imagine if you'd bought it when I gave the signal at $160. Now it's at about $600, and I just scooped up a little bit more Tau that I'd sold up at $680. I now scooped up some more Tau at $600, and we're going to look at the charts and see what other buy levels we can have here. But certainly, if Bittensor Tau was to get into the top 5 market cap, this is what they calculate the price to be. They calculate the price to be higher at 100 billion, which is 30 billion more than what Solana has. And the price would be 6,666 per Tau because there'll be a little bit more in circulation. Remember that Bittensor Tau is mined like Bitcoin. It only has 21 million tokens, and more of the supply is mined daily and released into the market. It has its own halving in November 2025, which it could be near the end of the bull run. So okay, 10,000 Tau, 3,000 Tau. Let's go for the middle. Let's look for a 6,000 or 7,000 Tau. Certainly is something that could be possible. And that's why I think that 3,000 to 5,000 Tau target is a conservative and realistic target to the upside, a little bit lower than that 10,000 target, but certainly that is what we could see there for that. And I do like people who understand tokenomics and put realistic price targets out there. Okay. And Tau achieved nearly 5 billion market cap without any private saves or venture cap. There's no unlocks where people are looking to dump the token on you. Okay. Even exchanges had to buy every single token. Organic growth by people pushing it, push it. Da, 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 da. The greatest community ever. Okay. So Tau, let's see. But if you didn't get in at 160 and 200, is it worth buying at 600? If maybe you're only going to get a 5x return to 3,000, that's a very good question. We'll answer that in the charts in just a moment. And if you missed out on Tau, the next two are Render and Fetch. So these are two that you could look at getting into, because I do feel that there probably are people that say, oh, I missed out on Tau. It's too expensive. I don't want to buy it at 600, and that's okay. Totally get that. A lot of people out there like that. What are they going to look at? What's the next Tau? Ooh, AI, Render, Fetch. We're going to look at those in the charts in just a moment. And that just a moment is right now, in fact. And so we're going to jump in first to Banana Gun. I did get asked a question, is Banana Gun running out of legs? It seems to be kind of cooling off a little bit. I don't know if it's run out of legs here, but there's a great little entry here at about, actually it's right at the 618 Fibonacci right there. So if you were going to pick up a just in case bag, this would be it right here. A dollar cost average just in case, just a little bit, just pick up a little bitty bit of Banana Gun. And certainly if we come down to this 55 to 56, so $56, this would be the next buy here. If I was dollar cost averaging back in, and then we're looking down here to that 51 level. There's another Fibonacci there at 49 to 51, another Fibonacci at 55, 56. And of course, if we get a bigger retracement, then we're looking at 46 and back to 41 if we were fortunate enough to get back there. Let's see what happens. But certainly the buy is the dollar cost average just in case buy is there for Banana Gun. Now, Blub is having a nice little pullback. This has been just a brilliant swing trade, by the way. I love the swing trade. And certainly we see here the middle of the range is 13.8. So we've actually lost the middle of the range. And now we're coming and we've dropped below. So we're coming back to the bottom of the range. So this is quite awesome. And if you're unfamiliar with range trading, I do have a video on range trading, so check that out and how I establish the ranges. But we can see actually a beautiful range here for Blub down there at about 10.4. 10.4, mate. 10.4. Oopsie. We'll try and get this across. 10.4. And so we got the bottom of the range there at about 10.4 or close. And then, of course, we have the top of the range here at, what do we got, at about 17.4, so 10.4 and 17.4, and we'll put that other one in here. We'll move that across. And so you can see there we've got a clearly defined top of the range and a bottom of the range as well. And we've got the middle of the range. And so what we want to trade is we want to trade from the bottom of the range to the top of the range. There we go. Bottom of the range, top of the range. If you've been doing that, and look, you get close, just snag the profits, okay? Don't squibble about a fraction of a fraction of a fraction or whatever. Then again, come down. So this is the third take profit on the swing trade, okay? And then if we come down here, we're looking to get back, and I've got my buy order set at 10.4, because 10.4 is like, 10.4. And so you can certainly mark out the middle of the range here, which is sitting at about 13.8. So I'll mark out the middle of the range as well. And this is how you range trade. And I like range trades. And this is why this was a great opportunity here. And so certainly, now if we come down to the middle of the bottom of the range, and we get a buy in here, this can be the first take profit here, because we could get rejected and we could go like this and we could buy, sell, buy. Or as we break, successful retest, that means it holds a support and doesn't plow through it. Then, of course, we can take profit number 2 up here. And, of course, if we'd come down from here and we'd had a successful retest here, which we didn't, we could have gotten in the trade here and then put a stop loss beneath here and then load this up. So you can either trade the full range or you just trade in here as well. And sometimes it only comes down to the 618 here, which is 14.6. And we may actually find some support where we're at right now, coming down to around 11.9, which is the 236. So keep an eye out there for Blub. Right now, there's no trade, no swing trade for Blub. The order is set at 10.4. And of course, you'd put a little stop loss under that 10.4 in case it has some further move to the downside, which it could. And we could lose this range, and then we'd look to establish a new range somewhere below it. But we're not there yet, so let's not jump the gun. Bonk here is great. So what do we want to do here? We want a break of 23, a break and a successful retest. And then we're off to the races on Bonk. If we continue to come down, then the entry here would be at 20. Of course, we need a successful retest, okay? Don't just buy blindly. Make sure it holds as support before entering the trade, or further down here at 19 for Bonk. Dogecoin is doing quite well, but it got stuck here. So this would have been a great place to enter. I gave the trade at about 10.4. 10.4, mate, that is a good number today, 10.4. Take profit at 11.7. At the moment, we haven't broken through, but if you miss the Doge trade, a break and a successful retest here, and we can ride that up all the way to 13. Same thing here, a break and a successful retest, and we can just keep riding that up. Our Ethereum trade is crushing. Now, I gave this trade numerous times, and so because we have a successful retest of a bear market support, the 200 weekly simple moving average. Oh my gosh, this is a bear market support. But right now it's playing out great. So this could end up being a killer trade. This could go all the way up to $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. Okay. So this ETH trade is looking good at the moment. Certainly we do want to get here. This would be our first take profit level. We could have another take profit level here. We're swing trading this one. This is not for hodl. So certainly we can come back. If we come back to here, we could, if you miss the trade, the entry here would be at 24, about 24.70 for Ethereum there. HNT, I got asked about HNT, and look, we're coming to my area here. I'm getting very excited to get in this trade at $5.92. Of course, it could come down a little bit further, $5.33, but $5.92, $5.94, $5.93. Have a stop loss under there. Okay, make sure you put a stop loss so that if it keeps going down to here, you get stopped out of the trade. But a successful retest of this, and then we can take profits on HNT up at about $7.25. So that would be an absolutely fabulous trade. So keep an eye out for HNT. Injective right now, we got in the trade here at $19.50. Should have taken profit up here at around $22. So that's been a good trade. What we're looking here for is a break, probably not just a break of the 200 EMA, but also the simple moving average that's there at about 23.15, a break and a retest of that. And that's a good injective trade set up there. Render trade. So I got asked about the render trade. So we're getting another opportunity here at $5.40 for this trade. So if we come back to this $5.40, we're looking for a successful retest now of the 50-day moving average there, $5.41. And we're pretty much close. Look at, see, it just came down a wick down there. This is really moving quite nice. If we zoom in there, so you can actually see there that we could get in this at about $5.40, maybe $5.41. This would be an entry for render, and we'd ride this puppy all the way up to $6.26 right now. Okay, so render is almost an entry, but if you are buying for spot, I still do think anything under the 200 EMA on the daily is good for spot accumulation. Remember, we talked about, and it's very bullish, that we're above the 50-day moving average, and we're holding that level right now. Have a stop loss under there. If we lose that, then you want to get stopped out of the trade if you're swing trading it. So the Sei trade, I also got asked about the Sei trade. And so look, we didn't quite get there, but again, just take the profits. They're there. They're that close. Don't quibble over half a penny here, okay? So you should have taken profits on that. We want to get back in the trade here at about 43, or you could wait to get down to 40 cents there in the trade, and there is another entry there at 36 or around 37 if we get down that far. Remember, we're looking for successful retest there, okay? And look, it may not come down there. It may come up and tag this area first, before we come down. So I gave the Sei trade all the way back here at 30 odd, and then I gave it again here, and then I gave it again here, and I gave it again here. So if you've been trading Sei, you should have made some good money there. Obviously, we've created a high and then a lower high there. So the expectation is we could see some pullback here to these areas and another opportunity to enter for that. Solana, again, just keeps the gift that keeps giving. We're definitely trading within a range here. You can see this clearly defined range. The top of the range is about 160, and the bottom of the range seems to be down here around 130. Okay, so really it's just a matter of here's the entry here at 141, and then you're looking to take profit at your first TP is at 150 at the 200, and then the second TP is at 160. So you should have taken profit here on this trade. Now, if we come back and we retest this 200 simple at 151 and successfully retest it, then that is an area to get back in on the trade. Or if you weren't in the trade at all, that's a good entry right there. Obviously have a stop loss in case we go down lower. And then we're going to jump through into Sui. I'm waiting for Sui to come down. Now I've established a range here. We've got the top of the range, we've got the middle of the range, and we've got the bottom of the range. Certainly this area here, the $1.95 to $2.05, that's an area that I'm looking for interest that I would jump in on the swing trade here. Certainly we could go a little bit lower, and if we get below and have a stop loss, because if we go below this $1.95, then that's going to bring in the 165 to 180 kind of region again, and we're going to be in the bottom of the range there. If we lose this level here, then we're going to start trading in here. If we stay in this level, we can trade the swing, buy in here, trade up to here, buy in here, trade up to here, rinse, repeat. So keep an eye out for that. And then Tau, yes, Tau came back and hit the tribal trades trend line. People, let's come and hit the tribal trades trend line. So that's some accumulation for me. The Tau that I sold up here at 680, I've now just bought back lower, and that's how you swing. That's how you accumulate, okay? Perfectly come and tag that level. Now, if we come down further to the 576 level, and actually I should move this up to 576 here. Where are we? 576, there we are, middle of the range. So if we come to the middle of the range there at 576, that would be around my next entry. Certainly 576 to 550 there, but there's the middle of the range. There is the bottom of the range down there. Certainly if we come down here, and that would be another entry for me at around this level. And if we break below, and of course we need a successful retest, people, successful retest. Otherwise, if we come down low, we could start to trade in this bottom range here, just like Sui. Look, and I showed you there was bearish divergence just over the last few days on both Sui and Tau, and I said there was a strong likelihood they would be playing out, and I gave you the $600 level. We've tagged it. If you have no Tau, this would be a just in case dollar cost average buy. You throw a little bit here, but we could just certainly come back up to here. So certainly here, and we're also at the 618, the golden pocket. So we could just come back to the 618 and then push up here, take profit, come back, take profit, or we could come a bit lower and trade this from this level up to here. Or if we break down, we could enter the trade down here and then take profit here, come down, take profit or a break and keep going. And of course, if we get down to here, the idea is that you buy in here and TP1 is here. You don't take everything off the table just in case you get a break and retest, and then TP2 would be here. And then if there's a break and retest, TP3 would be up at the previous all-time high, because this could go all the way, people. And then we were going to look at Fetch. Here I did say Fetch. Certainly let's have a look at the Fetch chart. And so what have we got here with Fetch? What are we looking for? Looking for the entry would be at $1.40 for a swing trade, or at $1.39 right below there. I certainly wouldn't stop out here, because the stop would probably be your next level down. So the stop would be under the 50-day moving average. And if you're more comfortable, you can put the trade back down there rather than up here at $1.40. We're very close to it, and we could come back and tag it. I'm not as bullish on Fetch as I am and Render. So I hope you enjoyed the show today, and until the next episode, happy trading.